good afternoon, good evening, good morning from whenever you are listening to this recording from. So today is our weekly outlook. We had an amazing Friday last week. The EA trade and the GA trade we've been waiting for. Remember that 600 pips and 900 pips trade that we were waiting for. So it's already begun. So if I can take you to the what's it called now? The platform now. Let me just show you. See that massive drop. See that it broke out of that trend line. So I mean that consolidation was just I think I entered somewhere around here. It's a very terrible entry anyway, but I'm not gonna be so bothered about it. I wish I'd entered somewhere here because I drew this out. So I was really waiting for this to break out of here because if you notice, came here, touched, jumped up, came, touched, jumped up, came, touched, and every time it went up, it maintained, respected this trend line. Yep. So I was really waiting for this to break out and retest. I think I kind of missed it, so I caught it somewhere around here. So now it's here. So I believe it's probably going to come and retest it before coming down even lower. So whatever be the case, I'm still going to stay in it. I'm not going to jump out. So, but I'm going to start from the news releases like we normally do. I noticed a number of things when I started, when I looked at it earlier. See, if you look at investing.com, like I always say, you need to use the two news platforms so you don't miss anything. If you look at investing.com, you will notice that is it on Monday now? Yes, on Monday. Is it Monday? Because I saw some. Okay, let me see. I think yes, here on Tuesday. I saw on Tuesday we have the Royal Bank of Australia rate statement. 5:30 a.m. Now, if you look at it on investing.com, we don't have anything like that on investing.com. Oh, hold on. Am I in the right place now? Let me confirm that. Excuse me. Maybe that's where I had the issues. Where is it now? News, economic calendar. Okay, I think that was where the issue was. Let me confirm. Okay, I'm still on the 30th. I should really be on the 5th or so. Okay, so it starts on the 6th. Okay, that's probably where I made the mistake. But let's see if I can find something on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we should have the RBA. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. I made a mistake. Actually, I was looking at the previous week's news release for investing.com. So all things are okay now. So starting on Tuesday, we have AUD news. And if you look at the chart, you will notice that AUD has just been strengthening, which is one of the reasons why we saw the EA pair drop, because AUD has been strengthening. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, look at this one. Okay, see that massive move that was as a result of that movement. Let me find any other one. AUD USD got that move as well. So on the daily, if you drop down to the forward chart, you'll see it move like that. Is there any other one about AUD JPY? Not find anything on that. Okay, so that's just to let us know that AUD has just been, which gave rise to the drop in euro. Euro has been falling as well, because across the board, if you look at euro JPY, that fell as well. See, euro USD, euro odd fell, then euro USD as well fell. So which really offered good trading opportunities, as you can see that. So what to expect now? I really want to expect this to keep going up, to remain bullish, because if that happens, it means that was really going to see good momentum on the euro odd and the GBP odd, which is a good thing. So let's just be able to look out for that. The interest rate for Royal Bank of Australia on same Monday. I don't know if you have another thing. Yeah, we have a USD news as well. Let me confirm that with same Tuesday. Sorry. Okay, nothing on Tuesday here. No high impact news on Tuesday, but it says that there's a high impact news for USD on Tuesday here. So we have a high impact news, shows jobs opening, and a high impact news for CAD as well, but we don't have anything there on Tuesday. It's medium impact for investing for Forex Factory. So let's just put that into consideration. So I expect to see some good movements as well. But if they are not so great, it's all good. It doesn't really matter because I'm not in any of the CAD pairs or the USD pairs at all. So, but for some people that are just be on the lookout for that. And on Wednesday we have the NZD news, and we have the governor of Royal Bank of Australia also speaking on Wednesday, which I believe should give some good movement to odd as well. The AUD, the Aussie pair. Let's see if I can confirm that on the investing.com platform. Okay, it shows here as a medium impact news. So guys, so you understand what I mean. Sometimes you need to look at the two news platforms just to ensure that you are looking at the right information so you don't get caught unawares. On Wednesday we have a little bit more news, and some of them are NZD news, much more NZD news than others. So, but if you're in NZD, so that's that's an opportunity for you to trade if you are in that one, if you trade the news. But if you just in a normal I think I lost connection for a bit. Okay, so if you're just in an ordinary pair trading, maybe like you just entered, it's fine. You can see momentum on either side. If you're selling, I'm not really sure what is going to happen. What the news is. This doesn't really tell us what it's going to do. Just ensure that your analyses are in place. So the news will come and go, but the analysis will continue. The move will continue. The market price will continue where it is supposed to go. The news is just either supposed to push you to where the price is supposed to get to, or maybe do a reverse. But then at the end of the day, the price is going to come back to the original direction. That is what I believe. At least that's how I trade. I don't really run away from some of these news releases. If I'm there, just let it. If I'm not there yet, just let the news pass. But if I'm already in the trade, I stay in the trade, except for NFP news, NFP, ECB news. Those ones I just chill until when the news is out. Then although recently, and what's it called? NFP news has just not been as much as bad as it used to be. It's not been as bad as it used to be. So it has nothing to. We don't really have any reason to fear NFP anymore. But we just chill and trade. On Friday we have a lot more news. We still have our Aussie news. We have GBP news, and we have CAD and USD news on Friday. Friday has a number of news releases as well. So just be on the lookout for that, guys. So I go straight to, first of all, look at the dollar. You can see I still have my levels. This 95.50. Just call that 50. Just call that 50. It's easy for me to. You need 95.50. Okay, so 95.50, and what is this one? Make that 20. Okay, so 95.50 and the 93.20. So I'm looking at those two levels. It's just been playing between those two levels. But if it breaks above, we know that we need to keep buying the market. If it breaks below, we have to keep selling the market. But if you can look at it clearly, you can see that I'm expecting this head and shoulder to form, because price did all of that it did all of that movement, the head and shoulder on the other side as well. So it's now trying to reverse. So we want that to happen. The inverse head and shoulder, I want this to drop to this level and then jump back up. But one other thing that it can do, it could decide to just make this, the whole of this, the second shoulder, and decide not to fall back before jumping. But whatever be the case, if this breaks above and retest that, we know we will be buying that to the next level, which is this one right here. Let me change that to get a number. Reason why I like to, oh, that's changed, that shouldn't have been that. Okay, format that. I call that 40. Yeah, so the reason why I like to use whole numbers are they call them psychological numbers, because as we are normally traders will want to either take their profit or probably enter the market or put their stop loss. There are still psychological levels that every trader, most traders like to have their reactions at. So if it breaks above that, and plus this is a measured move anyway, from here, measured from here to here, you know, is it difference between here and here? Well, what am I saying? The length of this place is the same length from here to here. Remember how we do it, measured move. So that just coincides with this structural level here, you know. So this implication of this means that your Euro USD, USD JPY, USD CAD, and all of those pairs would have same reaction, either the opposite direction in case of the Euro USD and the GBP USD, or have the same direction and in case of the USD JPY and the USD CAD, etc. So straight up to what we have today, I'm going to try and see if I can make this short. You know, let me just try. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to try. So first of all, NZD CAD, this is what I'm looking at. I'm really looking at this straight. You know, so right now it's here. So I want it to drop all the way. It's been in this range for a long time. Let me just put that. So if you can see, it's been in this level. Every time it came to that level, it bounced. Then it comes to this level again, it bounced again. So this may have happened, you know, but if I'm to follow the pattern that I have here right now, I would say that this is because the truth is that sometimes you need to understand that price will eventually break a particular level that it's been testing over and over again. You know, it's been testing here for a long time. You know, it's been here, it did this, came, dropped, came, retested, jumped, came back to that level, broke it, retest, dropped. You know, so what happened again? It broke above it, retested it, and so it means this level is a very key level. So I'm of the opinion that price is definitely going to break this, you know, but it may not break it now. It may not break it now, but eventually it's going to break that level, you know, because it's been testing it for a very long time. So whatever be the case, I'm not in this trade yet, but the only reason why I'm going to enter this trade is if I see what happened to NZD USD. Remember what this trade right here, it came in and it broke that level and it retested, and that's how we entered and, you know, won the trade. We knew it was coming down, you know, so that's what I want to see in NZD CAD as well. I want it to break all of this level. I'm not going to take any trade in this level. I'm going to wait till it comes below it, it breaks this level, and if it breaks this level, I'm taking my trade to this place. Let me show you how many pips that's going to give you if you can catch that. You know, so from there down here, we're looking at 270 pips, 275 pips. Yep, so we can take 275 pips. And if it gets to this level, looking for another trade because let me see now. Get to that level and then hold on a second. Okay, yeah. So if it gets to that level, then take my what's it called here? Take my first TP, take my second TP, get to this level, take this one, and take another trade from here, take my first TP, second TP. So that's what I'm looking at for NZD CAD. So if you want to trade that, we may just be on the lookout for that one. NZD, I mean AUD JPY, I'm not really looking at that pair at all. This one as well, USD HF. That is, if this continues, been in a range as well, But if this continues to the upside, probably use look for a trade on this side. Remember, it's also really dependent on your dollar index, what it does. So if your dollar index strengthens, it means this is going to keep going up, gets to this level, and then we can take a trade. But right now it's in this consolidation, it's in this level, it's not really doing anything for me, so I'm not even looking to trade it anyway. But for some people that want to trade that, just to wait for it to get to this D, then we can sell it back to 38.2 or the 61.8. So that's that one. Euro USD, same thing that was seen on the same thing we're seeing. If you look at this clearly, you will see it out of the which one do I use now? Yeah. Look at this clearly, you will see the move, the opposite direction of that move we saw for the dollar index. Look at that. See the opposite of that dollar index. Look at it clearly. See, that's the head, that's the inverse head, that's the left shoulder, that's left shoulder, and that's the right shoulder forming right shoulder. So what we're expecting this to do is also jump up to this level and come down. But again, it may just decide to just keep coming down. And we already have my plan for it here. So if it comes down, measured move from here to here, that's the distance. So if it comes down, I'm gonna trade it, and for how many pips? Woohoo! Almost 1,000 pips. I'm sure I'm not gonna catch all of that 1,000 pips because sometimes the market will come and then probably go back to its entry, and I'm going to get out of the move, and then eventually it's probably going to do some crazy things. Euro USD has just been doing that also, so it's not really a trade I'm really looking forward to take. But if you want to take it, just be on the lookout. But I may jump into it if I see the opportunity, but if I see it misbehave along the line, I'm not going to put all my hopes on it. GBP USD. This pair, right now, if you look at what's happening to this pair, it's in this channel. I think Media and I were looking at this one. It's in this channel. It went all the way. Sorry, see if I can blow that up. It went all the way to the top, and then it's coming back down now. It's broken this level, so we want to see if we can retest it. I'll probably retest it anyway. So now we want it to come all the way back down. So, ignore this what's it called now, this pattern, because that pattern didn't play out. It broke it, and right now hasn't shown me. Ignore the pattern because my C leg was somewhere around here, so but it broke that C leg. So just right now we want this to come back to this channel that it's been in, and as you can see, it broke this level. This key structure level. So it's coming back down. So we expect to take profit around here, which is quite close to this next channel, which is something that I put in from way back. So if this happens, if you want to see an entry opportunity around here, so just look for an entry opportunity. Your TP will be around 1.27630 or 635 or something. That will be your TP, or you can just TP when it touches the downside of that channel that it's in. I'm not really looking to trade gold anytime soon, and I'm not really looking to trade gold. But if you look at that level 1207.40, if it breaks below that level and retests it, then you know that it's going down. Yeah, because if you look at that trend line, I drew that, it broke that, retested here, dropped, broke this trend line, retested, and now it's dropping. So if it breaks this level, you can look to take a trade, but I'm not really looking to take a trade there. Now, GBP, JPY, one of our best trades, best bets. So we saw that move. Every one of us saw this move, and then we took it all the way down here, TP'd here, and then it went back up. I wish I'd caught that. So it went back up and now came back down. I wish I caught the downside, but I wasn't really looking at this pair anymore. I wanted it to break this level before I look at another trade. So, discipline anyway. So it broke that level, but I missed it. So I think I was in something else. Right now, I'm looking at this level right now. I'm looking at this level. It came here, rejected, came here, rejected, came here now. So I want to see if it's going to break that. It's breaking this 145260. It's breaking it. So I want it to retest that level, probably break and probably retest the trend line, either that level, this trend line, and then continue downside. Then I'll take my trade for that one. down to where, let me see how much that's about 500 plus 535 pips. Let me see overall. Look at the level. You can see it. This is where this is structure, key structure level. Bounced, came in, bounced, came in, bounced. And then it will definitely come back to that level. Yep. So that's one a trade to look out for. Euro JPY. The same thing, but I think I'm going to look at this one instead. Look at this on the weekly. Okay, let me see this. On the weekly, it's already given us, I think it's already given us 38, so we're looking for the 61. As you can see, it's a giant butterfly. Let me see. It's not a butterfly. It should be a bat, yeah, giant bat. Yeah, that's 50. Yep. So we're looking for this already. That's a perfect entry. For those of us that entered with perspective, was nothing. So it came down to 38 and bounced back up. Yep. So right now we are waiting for it to just keep coming down. It's already coming down. Looking on this one as well. The TP for look at that, two patterns in two price zones. Both of them showing down movements, which is really good. So right now, I'm looking to, this is the TP right here. I'm looking for this to break this level. Looking for it to break this level, the 128,540 level. Then retest that. Just pick up a few pips from this one. The final TP for this particular trade was down here. I think that was the 61. Yeah, that was the 61.8 pip level. So that's going to give us 100 pips plus 120 pips. Yeah, and then if it breaks that, your next level is here. Yep. So NZD, again, same thing. Inverse head and shoulder. We've seen that happen. We've seen this. We want this to break above right now. And then it kind of did as if it's going to break. I broke out of that trend line. Yeah, but then it came back in. But it's fine. We're not taking anything on this side. This is the sell level. I'm not looking to sell anything right now because you got all the way down here. So anything you'll be doing right here will be setting yourself up for fake outs. So just let it go. Let all this one go. Unless of course you just want to scalp, you drop down to your smaller time frame and then look for entry opportunities to just pick up the ups and downs. Your level is 0.68, 0.68585, 0.68585, and 0.6835, 0.66835. So those two levels, this level and this level, is what you'll be looking for to scalp between. But for me, it needs to break above this, and I look for a retest, just not this giant retest, because that's going to complete this cycle of the left shoulder. So I just want this to have a little retest. How do I find that? I'm going to drop to my smaller time frame. I look for that retest, and I can trade it to the upside and trade it to the downside. Yep, same thing here. Yeah, if you look at this, it's just going to coincide with my the pattern that I created. So it needs to do that. That's just a confluence for me. So I would take my TP around here and probably put in another sell order, probably sell limit or something. Then it breaks above. Even though it breaks above, so good. My stop loss will probably be somewhere around here, so I can be rest assured I will be safe. USD card. I'm not really looking to trade this pair anytime soon, but if I do trade it, let me see what I have on the. Okay, right now, if you notice what happened, it broke below. Although we've been eating up this pair for a while, it broke below, like we expected it to do. Broke below here, retested and dropped. Retested, broke below this, retested and dropped. As it came down, came back to retest it and drop. So right now it's retesting this small level that I created. I'm expecting it to come down. And where is it coming from? Remember that trend line that I created? I created that trend line, broke it. Now it's coming back to this trend line. So I want it to come back to this trend line before I can decide what else to do. It may come there and bounce again, or break it. If it breaks it, this is where we're coming to this level as created here. So I'm just looking for this level. So for me, if I were you, I wouldn't really bother about taking this trade because it's very close to the trend line. How many pips? 20 something pips. So it's fine. Can let it go. Let it finish what it wants to do. And if it breaks above this is when you start looking for a buy opportunity back up here. But right now it's in the middle of two trend lines. So just let it go. Next, because of time. Let me see how many I have left. Okay, so send that. Let me see that. Yeah, okay, still shows the trend line break. Europe odd, yep, you saw that move 600, 900. That's what we're all trying to trade. This is what we're all trying to trade right now. Showed us before we began. See, broke that. I used this to show you. Where is it now? Yeah, so broke out of that trend line. So right now it may be coming down, it may just keep coming down, or it may just go back and retest it. Just really expect that. Like, if you're somewhere here, if you entered somewhere, expect it to go back to your entry. So I'm not really looking to jump out of the trade. My stop loss is massive. It's probably somewhere around here. So because I've really been looking forward to this trade. It may just for here, look at what happened. It was just one massive leg, then it jumped back in. But for this one, you can see this never closed below. Well, kind of did as if it closed below, but if it jumped to the higher time frame, you will notice that it never closed below. Look at this. Yep. So I could stand to lose this trade if the same thing happened. Because on the daily chart right now, you can see it's just one massive long candle. But if you look at the H4 time frame, is closed below, had other candles. So this just gives me good reason to believe that this is just going to keep coming down. But again, it might retest. It might come back and retest this level before coming back down. But it's all, even if it does, I won't run out of the trade. I'm just still going to hold on to it. The same thing, I want this to come all the way down here. So if that happens, one confirmation will be for this to come back up here and then come back down. Whatever be the case, I'm not gonna stay in the trade forever. I'm just gonna stay in the trade till when I know it is time for me to come out. Like now, I'm expecting a head and shoulder, so this may not play out. This may not play out. It's just to find confluence for me. If I see that, because one of the things you have to understand, everybody is probably looking at the same. There's people that are trading the pattern. There are people that are trading head and shoulder. There are people that are trading the breakout. So it now really depends on who has more money to push the market. Pattern people could push all the way here and then probably get out and expect it to turn back up and start buying. And head and shoulder people could be the ones that will dominate the market because they probably have more funds, so they're going to push it all the way below. Let me see how many pips before it gets to that level. 200. How many pips do we have for this one? Come here. That's 1,000 plus. So if the guys with trying to trade this have that much money, so they could skip selling till it gets to that level, it gives us all we need. But again, we the retail traders, we're just gonna jump in and jump out. 100 pips here, 200 pips there, and all of that. If we can't stay in the trade to take 1,000 pips at the same time, that's gonna kill your account. You don't want to do that because you don't know what may happen. It might blow your account. Either you keep losing money, chopping off your money, or just stay and then the pullbacks will kill your account. Drawdown will kill your account. So just pick 100 here, 100 there, 50 here, just as much as you can, and grow gradually, compound. Yep. So the same thing we're expecting to happen on this guy, GBP AUD. You can see head and shoulder forming. First, I started with this head and shoulder. So that's that move. So I wanted this to complete. This didn't. I thought I gave it 2 case scenarios. Excuse me, I gave it 2 case scenarios. This may happen. It may just break above because it's consolidated for a long time on this level. It may just break above and get to this level before dropping, but that didn't play out. So I'm going to delete that one now. But I think this may actually play out. So I'm waiting for this to come all the way down to this structure. And then when the break comes down to this structure, it will go back up. It just tied into this structure, confluence with this structure. That's one of the reasons why I say that some of these advanced patterns are just for you to find confluence. So it came down to this structure level, and I want it to come down to this structure level. Then I'll buy again, back up to my 38, and probably look for other opportunity to buy it to my 61.8. But if that doesn't happen, then it's probably going to keep coming down. But whatever be the case, we'll jump in and jump out as we see the opportunity happen, play out. CAD, JPY, I'm waiting for this to come to this level and then start dropping. It needs to go up. That's really dependent on what CAD is doing and what JPY is doing. But this is what I'm looking at right now. AUD and ZD, I'm not really looking. Remember what I talked about AUD, that they are bullish. Look at that. So I was really waiting for this head and shoulder, this double top to play out, but it's just really been misbehaving. So I've abandoned this one. It's not really happening. To look at that, it didn't happen here. It didn't happen here. It didn't happen there. So whatever, it can do whatever it wants to do. I'm just gonna let it go. Euro NZD, this is one of the finest trades I wanted to trade, but it didn't play out as well. Head and shoulder. I mean, the double bottom here, and we expected that double bottom to play out here, but that didn't happen. Expected it to play out here. It didn't happen, so I've just abandoned it. So, but if I'm going to trade this, I need to see it break outside this totally and then retest that level. Then I can sell it down to this level for a whooping, how many? 100 pips, 150 pips, and then I'm out of the market. And then if it breaks below and then retest this level, then I'll take it down there. USDK, we don't trade that. All AUD CAD, yep, that's one trade that I thought would play out, but it didn't play out. Came down as well, and then because of AUD is beginning to rise up, but I don't think I'm going to be taking this. I don't think this is going to be. It has rendered my what pattern is it? Just rendered my BAT pattern useless. So let this go. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to stop there because of that. I don't want this to be too long. I will see you on the other side. If you have any questions, please post it on the platforms, and we'll be able to answer it. I wish you guys a very fantastic week and a very fantastic trading week as well. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.